What's up guys, it's Mo, and today's video I'm going to be talking about something we've been asking Cricut Design Space and Cricut for what seems like millennia. It is the new feature as of March 2021 is creating an offset right within Cricut Design Space. I have a ton of videos on how to create an offset in other programs, how to make sticker sheets in other programs and bring them over to cut with Cricut or cut with your Cricut in Design Space, but this is going to be for if you really just want to get to designing in Cricut Design Space. This is going to be great for, I will leave a link, I will try to remember to leave links down below to some Facebook groups that I'm in that offer free like clip art, if you will, free little icon doodles that you can then like download and create stickers from, which I'm just going to mention them here because I'm going to forget. I think it's like Stationery Heaven Co. Stationery Heaven Co. Oh man, what's the other one? Papershire. And I think there's some freebies like in the Coffee Monsters Co. Facebook group, but those groups have like transparent PNG type of images that you can then use in this format. I'm going to use something that I have drawn that's actually part of a the Printable of the Month Club for December 2019, and it's this little caboodle doodle that I did. So we're going to use that. But yeah, anything that is a transparent PNG image, which we'll talk about here in a second, you can do this, or you should be able to. I'm kind of learning with you here now. We're just going to play around in Design Space and see what we come up with. But anything that is a transparent PNG image, you should be able to use. You can also use SVGs. I've seen people use SVGs, but most of the time you're going to be downloading something from a Facebook group or a clip art or something that you've purchased from Etsy or whatever, and it's going to be a transparent PNG. You're not going to want to use a JPEG image. You're most likely not going to use SVG, though you could, I think. Yeah, you want to use a transparent PNG. So what do I mean by that? First of all, let's go to New Project. We'll go to Upload. I'm going to end up going to Upload Image, and you can see, if we go Cancel, nope, okay. If we go Upload Image, you can see these are your compatible file types here. You're going to want to use a transparent PNG. I'm going to show you what that's going to mean. So go to Upload Image. I'm going to drag and drop here. A transparent PNG means that only the image, I guess you would say only this image here, all of this shows, and then the background is transparent. So if you can see this grid pattern in the back, that means you're using a transparent PNG image, and that's what you need to use because you don't want to have a background. If you're using like a JPEG or even a PNG that has a background that's not transparent, you'll see like white back here instead of this checkerboard. So that's what I mean by transparent PNG image. I always click on Complex, and then we're going to hit Continue. We don't need to clean anything up. It's kind of blurry because it's zoomed in super far. We don't need to clean anything up because, again, we have a transparent PNG image. Here, you can see the grid. You're going to hit Continue. You're going to make sure you save it as a print then cut image. Let's see here. Yeah, print then cut image. Wait for it to load, and then we'll hit Upload. And then we're going to drag it into our canvas here, or I guess insert it into our canvas, not necessarily drag it. So select this, hit Insert Image. So first of all, I'm going to show you a little bit about the offset. Well, first of all, I'm going to change the width of this. Oops, not zoom in, because I did not realize it was going to upload this big. So let's make this small. Or smaller. You can still see it's like 5.5 inches by 7.5 inches. So it fits within the print and cut area because you're not getting this yellow caution sign there, but it's still too big to be a sticker. You can see I have my proportions locked, so it's not distorting the image at all. So let's talk a little bit about offset. You have a transparent image, meaning you can see the background through the image. It doesn't have a background. Oh, this uploaded funny. It took out my like nice pattern there. It's doing something odd, but anyway, so we can go to offset, which is up here. If you haven't opened Cricut Design Space in a while, you probably will have to, it'll go through an update or something for this to show for you. And you can see you have, let's move this over here, offset, okay, so that we can see this a little bit better along with this window. So this will tell you how you want the corners made. Obviously, if you have a square type of thing, you would probably want to hit square corners. But for this, we're going to go to rounded. This, if you move the little gray dot to the right, you're going to create an offset. If you move it to the left, you'll create an inset, which you can see here. It goes inside sort of the little image that we have. You can see it's not performing very well, and that's not what you want to do. So we'll go over here, drag this out like this. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, there we go. That's better. I don't technically go by this. Sometimes if I have a bunch of different, or I guess like this value in inches here, which is the distance from the edge here, I'm assuming is what they're measuring, the distance between this line and the edge of your image. I technically don't go by that unless I'm trying to do something more uniform across a bunch of different images. I just go for what looks nice and then hit apply. So we're going to talk about just making the offset right now. So I'm going to hit apply, and you'll see it becomes black. So we should be able to select this, change it. Oh, that would be cool to do if you were going to do a cut and you had like maybe some text or something. So let's see if we can change it. Okay, we're going to change it to white. Now, what we want to do, these are still separate things. So if we were to size this, we're leaving our background behind. We don't want to do that. So we would have to drag and select all, and then right click and group. That means we can now have these in a group. We can size them how we want, etc. I am going to undo all of that and show you that, let's see, this will be easier if we have this as a different color. Let's make it a dark gray. If we drag and select and make these super small, you may think another way that I like to see what a sticker will look like on my planner is to make a box, the height and width of a box I may have in my planner. So we'll click on this. I inserted a shape, unlock. I'm going to make this 1.5 inches wide. That's the type of planner I use. The type of planner I use has a standard 1.5 inch wide boxes, and then 0.5 inches tall. So this is like, I don't know, a quarter box or something that you would see kind of in a planner. So I'm going to bring this to the back. You may also want to zoom in a little bit just to see how everything's going to line up. Bring that to the back. Select both of those. So this is going to be that kind of big. I'm going to group these again. Right click and group. I think personally this size is kind of big for this half box. Again, this looks blurry, but this is just how it's rendering for your computer. When you print it, it should not be blurry. So I may take this and size it down a little bit more. And actually, I do kind of like the way this offset looks. Let's see. Can I go over here a little bit? I actually do kind of like the way this offset looks. I was going to say, let's see if we right click, ungroup, and I go ahead and delete this offset. We'll see if I can get it maybe to look better. Usually what I do is I size the image to be the size that I like and then do an offset, because sometimes if you do an offset at the bigger size, which it seems like this is taking a long time to do, if you do an offset at the bigger size, it doesn't look quite right when you scale it down. But it may be that for Cricut you should do it at the bigger size. You can see this is a beta feature, so it might not be fully there might still be bugs or whatnot in it, so it seems like it's not going to work that way. I'm going to hit cancel before I give the Cricut a conniption here. So okay, now we'll go to this, and then we can, you know, see how it looks in our little quarter box thing. So I think that looks pretty good. I want to make a whole sticker sheet with this little caboodle. So I'm going to select both of these. I'm going to go to group. What you could do, actually I shouldn't have deleted that. What you could do is, if you had maybe a bunch of stickers that you wanted to use, you could, like different icons, different whatever, you can make your own sticker sheet. So we can reuse this box. I'm going to go ahead and unlock it and make it the 6.75 by 9.25 print then cut area. Then I'll take these, select our caboodle image in the offset, hold down the shift key, select the purple box, and I'm going to go to align left and align boop, 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 top. And then we'll just duplicate this a couple of times. Duplicate. Is it going to duplicate? There we go. It might get a little bit tricky here. The easiest thing to do, yeah, I think my thing is going to freeze up here. The easiest thing to do most of the time is to just auto-populate your sticker sheet by clicking make it. But I will show you this for the sake of everything. So if you can get it to work, this is why I don't recommend designing in Cricut Design Space. It doesn't work. So if you have a couple things you want to do, then it's probably okay. But I would go into like Inkscape or something and do a design. But you could, whoops, select your groups here, align them to top along this print and cut page, go to align, distribute horizontally, hopefully it works. And, you know, obviously you would have more, and then you could take this group, right click and duplicate. And then you could start to fill up your print and cut area. What I think is the best way to do this is to ungroup, have one of your little doodles here with your offset around it, and click on make it. And then you can put however many you'd like on a page. See, we can get a butt ton on a page here. Ooh, actually, I made a mistake. So it looks like there's a bunch of white here, but it's because it's going to cut the offset and then it's going to cut this caboodle. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing. We want to go cancel. We want to go over here and we want to hit flatten. Now it's one image. The best way to kind of, I don't know, remember or to make sure before you hit make it, I guess to make sure if your image is going to print and cut correctly, is to see if it's one full image, if that makes sense, on your layers pane here. So you can see it's a group and they're connected. I can move them together, but there's one image and then two image. So we need to hit flatten. If you hit flatten, it turns it into one layer technically. You can't ungroup these anymore. And then when we hit make it, and hit 50, it should not have that white space. If you're going to do the original way that I was showing, where I had the purple square and I was lining it up, you would still also want to flatten your image as well. That way it will cut the entire thing. So here we go. We don't see any more of the white. You couldn't see it to begin with, but you don't see any more of the white offsets separate from your PNG image. They're all together. So now I can go, let's try 100 and see how many we can fit on here. This is what I'm saying, when the best way to populate your sticker sheet is to have Cricut do it, because Cricut is going to be more efficient this way than creating a sticker sheet in the actual design software. You might as well just let it populate the way it wants to. You can see there's still a little bit of paper left over, if you will, on one side. You can see on one, it's kind of oriented to one side of the page. And so if you want to maximize it, you should put it on the 6.75 by 9.25 little purple canvas that we are working on, but it's not necessary. Like I said, if you're uploading one image at a time and doing this, then you'll just get, you know, populate one sticker sheet with all of these, and then you can maybe trim this down into like 4-ish. I wonder if we can fit 200. This is going to take forever. You could trim this down into like 4 smaller sticker sheets, etc. That's going to be the easiest thing to do. So if you are a beginner sticker maker, I recommend dragging in your transparent PNG image, putting the offset around it, sizing it the way you want, and then making a full sheet of multiple copies of this one sticker. And that should just be the easiest way to do it. So let's see if this will fit 200 stickers. Yeah, 200 stickers. I was like, what do you mean? But yeah, it does. And it puts what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can fit about 190 on a page. So can you believe that? 190 little caboodle stickers? When the heck are you going to use that? So that would be good. You know, then you can just fill up your sticker binders and you would never run out of these stickers. So yeah, once this loads here, you won't see another thing about offsets. So if you use a Silhouette software, it doesn't necessarily populate a fill in your offset. Most of the time you'll just see the red line. If you're using Cricut kind of works in shapes, if you will. So you're not seeing the white offset here because it's white and your paper is white. Also, your printer is not going to print white, but you need that shape to tell Cricut to cut that shape. So what should happen when you send this, and what I'm confident will happen when you send this to your printer, is it'll print and then your Cricut will read the registration marks and it will cut the offset. And you will see a little white bubble around your sticker set. So this was kind of a quick little, I don't know, design with me. Let's play around in Design Space type of video. I am excited about this feature. I'm excited for you all to make stickers quite easily with this. It's gonna be real nice. I think it's gonna be real nice. So yeah, and you can combine this, like let's say you do I have a tutorial on putting together, like creating a die cut in Pixlr. You could create the die cut in Pixlr. Heck, you could create it in here. You could upload a couple different images. I would assume you could upload a couple different images, flatten them, you know, arrange them the way you want, flatten them, create an offset around that. I don't see why you couldn't do that. Let's see. I'm going to go to cancel. Again, I'm just playing around in here to see what's up. So let's undo this. And I'm going to delete this. We'll go to upload. I'm going to add these 2 things. Insert. I'm real disappointed that maybe it'll print. I don't know. That the little middle part of the caboodle is not populating correctly. So you can see these are way big here. Let's go over here. Big ol' honkin' stuff. That's not what I meant to do. I don't want to size you together. I want you to go smaller like this, and then I want you to be smaller like this. So we could, let's bring these guys down and over a little bit and zoom back in. Zoom, zoom. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. So now we're making like a little die cut here. Let's do this. Wonder if we can do this. Drag and select both of them. Flatten, then do an offset and see what happens. Because yeah, you wouldn't even, weld offsets. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. So you wouldn't even need to make your like scene, or I don't want to even say scene, but make your little arrangement of elements together to like you wouldn't need Pixlr. I have a whole tutorial on how to use Pixlr to kind of make a die cut, and you would make it in there and then create the offset in there and then upload it to Cricut Explore or Cricut Design Space. But in this case, if you purchased some clip art off of Etsy and wanted to make your own little, I don't know, scene die cut, your own little collection of things together die cut, then you could upload all the images, arrange them in size in the way you want, then flatten, then select offset, keep the weld offsets because that's going to give you this little ring around both of the images or all of the images, and hit apply. Then you'll want to change it also to white, go here, and then flatten again so that it will print and cut the one image. So that's what you want. You want this to be completely flat. If we had it this, it would print this and cut this, print this and cut this. And what we want is a completely flattened image. So flatten. So there's that. You would just go to make it. I don't know how big this is going to be. I didn't even really look at the sizing. It's going to be huge. You would go to make it, you'd print it, and it would cut your little die cut out. Obviously, you'd want to make it the right size that you want. Same thing with, I don't know, if you wanted a die cut of any clip art image, you would do the same thing. So I hope this video was helpful, just playing around a little bit with Cricut's new offset feature. If you have any questions, let me know down below. I'm going to leave links to my Design With Me type of things. Maybe I'll do, I kind of don't want to, but maybe I'll do another whole video on designing a sticker sheet in Cricut Design Space. It's going to be hard though, believe me, because of how laggy this program is. You totally can use it. I definitely think if you're a casual sticker wanter and you find some clip art in some of your Facebook groups, you should totally use this feature and make your own little sticker sheets. It's going to be fun. But yeah, I am glad that we have this new feature, and I'm glad that they have said so far that they're not going to do the 20 limit of 20 uploads a month for free users, because that was going to put stress on a lot of us and strain on me, because I was definitely going to try and figure out for you guys how to condense my sticker kits into being one image so that you only had to upload one time and then you could maybe crop it within Design Space or however I was going to figure it out. But now I don't have to figure that out for you guys. So I'm just going to keep rambling, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. I would love for you to stick around, learn how to use your Cricut Explorer to make stickers. Anybody who's been on this channel for a long time can tell you that I focus on the Cricut Explorer and making planner stickers because nobody really does it. And I want you guys to make stickers with what you have and feel successful and creative. So I will talk to you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.